Russia's latest aerial onslaught against Ukraine marks one of the most ferocious drone campaigns since the war began, with 273 drones unleashed across multiple Ukrainian regions in a single night, according to the Ukrainian Air Force. Civilian areas in Kyiv and the Obukhiv district bore the brunt of this wave of destruction, resulting in at least one confirmed fatality and numerous injuries. Reuters spoke with victims like Natalia Piven, who narrowly survived the attack with her child. Her account paints a grim picture of what many see as a renewed Russian effort to terrorize the population and exert psychological pressure on Kyiv's leadership ahead of key diplomatic conversations. Ukrainian officials view the barrage not only as a military act, but also a deliberate strategic signal. Sources from Ukraine's Security Service, SBU, suggested that Moscow was preparing to conduct an ICBM test on the same day, a provocation that appears aimed at intimidating NATO while influencing upcoming diplomatic efforts. Analysts from The Guardian and Der Spiegel argued that the timing was no coincidence, noting that the Kremlin is leveraging military aggression to gain diplomatic leverage. Russia, they contend, is trying to frame its hardline conditions as the only path to a ceasefire, just days before Donald Trump's much-anticipated phone call with Vladimir Putin. In Rome, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio during the ceremonial inauguration of Pope Leo. Though informal, the talks carried high strategic stakes. Zelensky reportedly urged U.S. officials to reaffirm their support for Ukraine amid growing ambiguity in Washington's position, particularly from Trump's camp. According to Politico, Zelensky warned that Russia's escalating strikes should not be mistaken as bargaining gestures, but as deliberate escalations to force capitulation. He insisted on a ceasefire that places no preconditions on Ukraine's territorial integrity or military capabilities. Trump, who has made ambiguous remarks suggesting Ukraine should consider territorial compromises, is being watched closely by European leaders. Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz confirmed to Die Welt that a coalition of European leaders is coordinating with Trump ahead of his call with Putin, urging him not to legitimize Kremlin demands. France's Le Monde warned that Trump's perceived openness to Russian preconditions risks unraveling NATO unity and undermining deterrence against future aggressions. The concern across the EU is not just about Ukraine. It's about the signal a weak deal would send to other authoritarian regimes.